Hello guys, how are you today? I'm back. It just went night as I was logging into the game, and I thought, oh, I want to see the pub grounds at night. So yeah, I apologize. I'm just going to indulge here a moment and go have a quick look around. So if you were showing up at night, let's duck under that so we don't hit our head. It's like, oh, well, that's nice. Okay, maybe I'm a little too low. These are some seriously big daffodils. It's like I can smell them right here at nose level. So maybe I'll tall up a bit. There we go. And then we could come in here and it's like, oh, you can smell the barbecue going. Now, here's a really strange thing. I've turned this into a Viking pub, but I don't think Vikings didn't have pubs. I don't think there was anything, was it like the 19th century or something before there was anything like a pub or a bar or something to go to. I mean, you had a great hall, but that was, part of somebody's home. The Jarl up the road that maybe, I suppose if you, had, vowed your life to him sort of thing, that he would let you in for special days and you could drink with all the folks, but there was nothing like this. So I started thinking about it and I realized this is very touristy. It's not an authentic pub on any level. It's the sort of place that somebody thought, oh, I like Vikings, I'm going to call my pub the Viking or Skull or the Warship or something, the Norseman or Thor's pub or whatever, Ragnar's place. But yeah, anyway, so we're not authentic here, folks, but it's our local pub and I love it and I go all the time and it'll be just fine. It's going to be absolutely fine. Going to get down here, and that's a bit maybe too low. There we go. And we're going to take a stroll. Oh, a rainy day. Oh, these guys barbecue like all the time too. I mean, oh my goodness. Yes, if this is going to be my house, I'm feeling that should be the one that I work on next. But I kind of want to finish this project, so it's probably going to be that house next. Really not sure what I'm doing with that yet, because I know what I want to do with it, but that doesn't feel like it would be the best choice for a child's, a child's area. So I want to start cleaning this up. I'm going to have to find some other place for fields for questing, because I mean, all of my whole entire residential section here used to be where it was, and I always knew that this was going to change because I'm putting a railroad track through here and a road. Now I could have one nice long one down the center here, which isn't a bad idea, I guess. Oh, let's feed the critters, folks. Gotta feed the critters. These guys don't have a farmhand on site today, so we have to make sure my little bunnies are happy. There you go. Come on, little ones. There you be. And like so. One more. Okay. Did I need another here? No, we're good. And here you go. I probably should check on the animals and see where the questing bits are, because I haven't in a while. And they're all looked after. Awesome. Oh, we got a situation up north here, folks. Let's go take care of that. We have some shrooms that need shrooming. I used to go, not a lot. I haven't done this much, but I have tried, collecting wild mushrooms and stuff like that. But for me, it was more like take a book, go find them, take a picture, and leave them. I like what mushrooms do being added to food, but I find the texture of them really strange. They feel funny in my mouth. I don't know. Some are better than others. There's a lot of different kinds of mushrooms. For a long time, I thought I hated all mushrooms because all I'd ever had were those, weird gray round button things that are, to me, like eating slime or something. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. But there's a lot honey mushrooms. Oh my God, I love honey mushrooms. And you can find them wild around here too. That's kind of cool. There's a lady that gathers a lot of mushrooms that I buy them dried from in the fall, which is kind of fun. But I've gone out with a few books and things the odd time and had a look around and said, it was fun. It was a good time, but, I would never eat anything I picked. There's just like no way. I would never eat anything I actually picked myself, and I certainly wasn't going to give them to anyone else. So I would just hunt them and take a photo and then say, okay, well, that was fun. I'm done. So we're getting close to 40,000. Look at this. I am down to like half my diamonds are now gone. I am just bleeding through diamonds trying to level this up. But we knew that was going to be the case. So anyway, I don't have to worry. Feeding the animals there kind of got me off track a minute. And I just remembered something else I had said in the last video when we were taking the wee tour. I wanted to put this right there. There we go. Walk in the entrance. That feels better. I mean, I suppose we could do that all the way up to here, but then, you know, I like the stroll across the lawn thing. I think that's just fine. So, what I have, man, and whatever I was planning on doing with you today has just gone right out of my head. It's been a really busy day, so I'm going to blame that, but the lights are on, nobody's home. Let's clean the rest of this up. Actually, I probably should do the other two because I could put a road down either side. We could just have one long field up and down the center here, which wouldn't be a bad thing. It's such a long space. It just feels like, yeah, I want to use it. I want to make it, you know, utilize this for something useful. But I need to figure out where I am going to do most of my planting. For field crops, for questing and stuff like that. Now, I go to other farms and everybody, I swear, everybody does it different than I do. I go to other farms and there's just massive lines of fields. There's so many fields and they're long and straight. A lot of people, a lot of the bigger farms that I go to, they're all on flat maps. I don't go to very many big farms that are not on a flat map, which I actually found quite surprising. It's like, oh, I would have never thought of it myself, to be honest. I just wouldn't have thought of it. So apparently I'm some sort of weirdo in this game. I don't play like other people do. And I remember one guy's farm I visited, and his was all about just being pretty, and it was quite nice. It was really nice, but his too was on a flat farm, and all around the edges were a lot of, you know, these long fields like this, and the trees. Oh my goodness, I remember the first time I ever went to a farm and tried to harvest trees because I just started playing the game. I mean, literally hours or something, days, and I didn't even know about the tractors. Didn't have a clue about the tractors, so I go to somebody else's farm, and it didn't occur to me that they had fuel pumps. I didn't have one yet, so I was harvesting this row of trees that I swear it went like the rows were all the way across, north to south, just tree after tree after tree, on a big flat map. And half the farm on the east side was just all lovely and beautiful. And he had planted gardens in designs. So when you looked at the map like this, you actually saw these big blocks of designs. It was so pretty. It was just gorgeous. But I didn't even know how to read the map at that point. But I was harvesting trees one at a time, going down one row, coming all the way back the other, going down the other row. They must have thought I was mad. There was 3 or 4 other people on the farm. Nobody told me, you can use a tractor, right? But it was the stupid that one can do. I didn't know, whatever. I know better now. And if I saw anybody show up on my farm, picking one at a time, I would absolutely say, "Are you new to the game, sweetie?" And maybe they're not. Maybe they just, are killing time, or they find that relaxing or something. So that'd be okay too. But I think I would feel obligated to ask just a little bit. Now we do have a couple of these blocks of fields back here, and that's pretty good. I mean, that's not too bad. We could maybe just use these. I just know a lot of times people come to my farm and they just see how little there is to do. And I think they seem a little put off, and they just leave. What do I want to do with this, though? If I was thinking about putting the field straight up the middle here. Because I don't want, okay, train track. I want a train track along the front end of this. Because I think that'll be a nice bit of a ride. I don't know where it's going to come from, mind you. It might be coming down through the center here. But I do know, you know what? I'm going to do this. I am going to grab myself the train track, like so, and put it at least, I definitely up here, I think at least this part of it will have track. And I may end up moving these, but I know I want to be able to have part of the tour going along the animals here. And I had assumed it would be through here, and partly because we've got the residential on the other side. That seemed like it would be, you know, touring two places at once kind of thing. And quite frankly, it might turn down through the middle of this. So I'm just going to stop there. Now, I was thinking about putting the path right there, but maybe this is where I want it. Because then I can put roads along the right-hand side here for when I'm running between places. Or it'll just give me some place to plant things, right? That could be nice too. The only problem is when I get up to this end, I want this to line up. So I think what I need to do here is, unfortunately, something really exciting like this. And then I have room on the other side to move it up by one more. I just want it to be as peaceful and efficient as possible for harvesting. Just a nice straight row, turn here, go on, no angles, nothing weird that I have to sort out, and which I put in everywhere else, right? I've done a lot of crazy things with these, but I want to fix that situation, not make it worse. So there's the 3, and there's the 3, and the 3, and the 2. So this will go here, I suppose. And now we still have nice blocks of 3 leading into this, and I can lead out the other side with the same thing. Yeah, see over there I've got a piece of, one block sort of stuck out on its own right over there, that field that's on the other side of the one next to us here. And that has, yeah, that's not good. So we can still go further too. Oh, yeah, maybe, baby. Little purple horses. I kind of wish it was the blue ones that gave the gold, but purple is pretty too. I like the blue ones better. That's all. But this is, it's not like it's not like I see them that often. This is back in the. This back here is very much the auto place. This guy's getting me some diamonds and getting me some cereals because that's the only way I can sort of autopilot that. And I've dropped the amount of cereals so I can have the gold being picked up, and that's working out nice. Excuse me. So you got one of my farmers that are doing the gold pot of gold instead of me now. Although I kind of miss having it by the, when it's always been the first thing I do. I log in, I click the little pot of gold. It's like my little lucky charm. I have no doubt whatsoever that I will end up slowly, getting a few more chunks of gold by letting the farmer do it while the game is running, because the game can run, he can keep clicking on that thing like 8 times before he runs out of funds at night. It runs for 4 hours, and I think that's every 30 minutes, right? So he'll have ended up getting me 8 gold coins at night or gold nuggets that I would not have picked up myself. And that's every night that I let the game run. So that's pretty cool. I'm sure long term I will say this was a smart decision. But I kind of like, it was my little thing. I log in, I click. I go back to pay farm hands, I click. I pop back to fuel up, I click. It's a thing. You go back to check the farm hands union, you click. It's been a year. It's been a year I've been clicking that little bucket all by myself. So I think I may just continue with that too. So this will just give a nice long haul Do I have any way shrines? Do I have any way shrines left? Because I would definitely want. Oh, I got one right there. Okay, well that's fine. And these guys, you know, I don't know that they give enough diamonds to bother with. And this is you know, the little patches of animals all over that I talked about, you know, being an issue with the last farm and one of the reasons I got rid of it. But I haven't actually decided with these guys yet, so we'll see. I think the blue ones are pretty. So that is just a nice, where is it? A nice long clean bit there. This one needs to be cleaned up, assuming I leave it. I probably will, but let's go have a wee looky, shall we? Oh, payday. And so if I get just the 2 rows, you go down the one side and up the other, and done. That's for some of the smaller quests where you've just got a couple of hundred or something. But this has annoyed me from the day I put it there. So you're leaving. And I would want another, I'm going to want a way shrine down here. Yeah, I know. But that's what they are for me. Okay? So this is all right. Put some sort of little setting in here. I don't know what that means or what that'll be. I mean, I could even do the little fake houses, right? We could put a little fake house in here and put another little wee garden, or store a couple of barns in there. I don't know. We'll do something with this area. Or just plant a whole bunch of flowers in pots because it'll look really nice. I'm thinking about running a fence along this just because. I have no reason. Would it be a good design element? I don't know. See, I'm thinking about running the train through here too. I am thinking about running that train right smack down this, so we end up with, you know, when we're on the garden tour, we would make the turn here, perhaps, and do, you know, oh, look at the nice little neighborhood. I could totally live there. Doesn't that look pleasant? Yeah, it's good. The fuel stations would then be moved because that's not scenic at all. And here's a question. I've never tried this. The things you don't know. Will this connect up the ramp? It does not. Well, that's unfortunate. Because that would have been fun. But that's not going to work. So if I run the train through here, then it's going to have to head off in that direction someplace. And I know all those cheese pots are moving, so that would be okay. Because we are fenced in here. I mean, I guess it could take a turn and meander on back that way on the other side of this hill, but... Okay, so maybe not. I don't know, guys. We'll put a station. Maybe we won't run through here. We'll put a station out here so you can stop and get out. So if you're coming to visit somebody, so I may end up with a station here someplace, which means this field is about to get, well, yeah. Because if I'm going to stop, I need that little bumper thing, wherever that little bumper thing may be. Where is that little bumper thing, folks? Bumpy dumpy doo. I don't know where this is. So the train, in here somewhere? Is the bumper in here somewhere? Why can't I remember where this is? Because I never pay any attention. And I'm sitting here thinking about how long this recording should be and what I have to do next. And I'm thinking about the thumbnails that I need to make for the round of recording I did today. One of these days I'll have to do like a stream of consciousness stream, and it'll be awful. It's gonna be a terrible thing. So if I do this here, I'm gonna want the train to go out that way then. So that means if we're leaving from this direction, we'd be coming back, we'd be coming from the other. Because unless I wreck this field, there is no place to turn this around. Is the bumper on here? Watch it be in here. It is too. Isn't that crazy? So we would have our train stop, here someplace, like so, and then sort out how that's going to work. Is that right? It's the wrong way, though. There we go. So we'd have to be coming through here with the train, stop to get out. We'd need some sort of walkway, a place to get into town for shopping or whatever. And now I'm thinking I should have put the train on this side. But would it be as good a view for the animals? It really isn't. This is pleasant. It's like you get to go by and go, oh, look at a little piggy looking at me. Hello, cutie. How are you? Yeah, that's better. We need to keep it on that side. And then we'd have the train going out over here. Like so, when we leave. So we only need the one station that way. Now, it's very much a manual stop, get out, and then come back, and click for the next one. But oops. Minecraft cards, I do this every time. I always start to move them forward because I'm too impatient to wait, right? But little poof, poof, poof. Oh, the bunnies. There's nobody looking after the bunnies. That's okay. I hear she checks on them 2 or 3 times a day, so it's just fine. And then it turns around and says, let's do it again. I want to go again, Mommy. I want to go again. Okay, that's fine. So we have only one big place for questing. We got this and this. I mean, I have this section over here, but whatever. I say home. Well, okay, so our track. I know I want it coming up through here. I know that. I think this is the curve I want to take. So we'll be coming up through here somewhere. The herb garden will go there someday. This is very much industrial zone as far as I am concerned. But maybe I'll take a couple of flowers out to place something or put something in here to undull it a bit. And then we'll be riding up, and it comes through this way. Now at this point we have some decisions to make. I do have a train track coming up through the middle of this, so I'm thinking maybe it will be going around through here, back up through there, then what, behind all of these? I mean, that's a road that's there now, but we could run it. I guess it depends what we put up here. But here's the thing. I want this to stop here. So if the train comes along this way, it's going to make a turn and stop at the flower shop. That's already in place. When I leave here, I mean, we'll have a carnival or a campground or something out here. Maybe I'll put the campground here. Oh, let's do that next. Ooh, I like it. Or on one of these big ones. This one, I think that's the one I put the campground on before. And it's actually a really decent size for that. But anyway, if we come up through, we will want to take a trip down one of these for the flowers and then back up this side. Like, absolutely. We're going to want to be, so there'll be a windy bit through here. Now, if I want this to come from this end, that means driving up through the center, through whatever's going on here, and then coming back this way to see the flowers. We can stop here at the town center. So if you're coming in for shopping or, whatever, and then you'd get back on and head out in that direction. This is going to be quite complicated. It's going to be a long way to go. I keep bringing this up because I'm trying to, make choices for everything else that I'm placing based on the fact that this will be a tour someday. And I am going to scout. Let's go scout this out. Now, this is the very place that I made my campground on before, and it worked out quite well. I was just feeling like it wasn't quite big enough because I got new items after that. So that's here. That's this much space. If I use this out in the country, this is feeling like maybe this is the spot, guys. Now, on the other hand, this is also where I was thinking I'd add more flowers. But we have the little lake over here. We would be surrounded by flowers. And we'd have the station. See, this is great. Okay, we're going to put the campground here. Because we can come to the station at the Flower Junction, or whatever we're calling this. And this would be also the one we'd get out to be at the park, at the campgrounds. So nice little place in the country. We've got a little lake. We will do something to add to that. And we do definitely have more space out here. So, yeah. This is it. Where are we working on the campground next? Because I've been wanting to. We get the roads coming through already. Oh, this is perfect. We'd come out of the station and then just cross over here, follow and right into the campground. 'Tis a beauteous thing. I've got a couple of small hills, nothing very exciting, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, campground next time. This is just a bit of a planning session, I guess. I didn't mean to do that with you guys, but I know some of you are remotely interested. See, I could come through here with 3 places, but they wouldn't line up with the other side. However, oh wait, no, that's in the way too. The river's in the way there. So the river's in the way that side, and this is about the only place I could bring up 3 more, but then they don't level up with that, so I'm not gonna do that. I ain't even gonna. Could I wrap this around? I can put 2 rows here and have it meet up with that one. I mean, that's a maybe. It just, sometimes the logistics of how you actually plow are a thing. So if I was coming up there, I could walk across to this one. So if I started this, where would I start from? I would start this from wherever I put a way shrine. So let's pretend it's this one. I come here to plow, and I come to this corner. It means I'd move the way shrine to here. And if I'm running up this way, okay, chug, 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 chug. Now this one could be a stop, turn around, back down again. That's fine. If this is just going to be a single field, then I would come down to the end of that one, take a turn around, come back up here, and end where I started, which works out really well sometimes, especially if I'm streaming with you guys and have the mods on. This would actually work quite well, but it takes my idea of taking this and turning it into there to connect and throws it out the door, because then that particular pathing falls apart. And I find a lot of times I will have put in rows that I'm always ending up where I didn't want to be, and that's irritating. So if I'm doing this long thin one here and I get to this section, should I even have these connected? I would come up here and do this. Then what? I would come up here like so. That's 3. Down this 3. Up that 3. Down this 3. And continue on. Perfect. That's just great. And I'll have a way shrine at either end of this long corridor. Okay, that works out. This is what I do when you guys aren't watching. The logistics episode. Yeah, and I'm trying to, again, I'm still in the, I need to tidy up this place. If this is going to be farming, I will probably put more barns up here just for the sheer, storage ability. As the warehouse is going up, this is nice, but more is better. I have seen people that have had, storage in these numbers up to, I don't even know, like many tens of thousands. I'll probably put a little farm. This is going to be a little farm right here. Absolutely. And you know what? Maybe I'll do that next time. We'll have some barns in, maybe an old pickup, and we'll use some of these, not that barn. Although it's cute, but the storage is, it's not worth it. But we'll put one of the little fake houses in, and we'll make a little farm here, and it'll be surrounded by its fields. That feels nice. That's good. So this was the logistics. This is like behind the scenes. Ooh. True story. These are the kind of thing I do usually before I'm going to record. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you learned something about how to lay it out for yourself or problems you run into, then yay. And if you didn't, thank you for hanging out. I actually quite appreciate it. Bye bye, guys.